real estate business is growing up, and the elevator business has to go up, and it's a given. Without elevators, I don't think the real estate business exists, other than maybe selling land or selling low-rise buildings. Elevators have become a part and parcel of the life of the business of the elevator fraternity. So these are things which are given, and growth in the market will happen. Today we are the second largest volume player in the world, and the second largest volume that we have has to be leveraged. But the problem that we have is not growth, it is the quality and the safety aspects, that we are having too many accidents, we are having too many failures. Elevators being what it is, it is a mechanical equipment which needs maintenance, which needs upkeep, and so these are things which we have to be conscious of. And as a market, this elevator market will complement the growth of the real estate market. The trend in the market of real estate is that we are going from low-rise, medium-rise to high-rises, which is very good for the elevator market, for the elevator industry, and also for the door business. In the door business, we used to have about an average of 7 stops per elevator, but now it is going up to 10, 11 and 12 on an average, and we are reaching very, very high number of doors per elevator. And I see this as a very positive thing, in the sense we are going to have these kind of great growths up to maybe in the next 4-5 years. The market size, in my opinion, is about 150,000 elevators a year, which is quite significant in terms of volumes. Plus the growth should be about 7 to 8% every year for the next, I see it for the next 4 or 5 years. And in the door market, again, due to the increase in number of stops, it is going to be much more than 7% growth. So there will be a lot of demand for elevators going forward from here. The two challenges I see in this market is, one is availability of talent. So there have been some talk about starting starting universities and colleges which can do this kind of training, but as such, we have not become a glamour industry where people are queuing up to join us. But it is also true that once people join, they don't leave. That is given. But nobody is queuing up to join the elevator industries, and to start a university or a college, it needs a certain kind of volumes to make it viable, and that is not there at the moment. But going forward, we will need to have more talented people and people with technical experience who will come into this industry, and we have to project the industry as a glamour industry for people to be attracted. So this is one of the challenges. Second is the margins in the whole supply chain or the value chain is limited, and we are trying to have a bit of the same cake, but we need to make the cake bigger. So that is a big challenge for us, and unless that is made bigger, many of the smaller companies will struggle to meet profit targets. The bigger companies will also have to follow suit, and they will also struggle to meet the targets of earnings. So that's what I think is the two challenges which are at the moment there. See, in my opinion, there is a market at every price point. We have very low cost, low priced elevators to very high priced elevators. Same goes with the component manufacturing also. We have the low cost and the high end of the market. And we need to position ourselves depending on our own strengths. No? And if we don't do that, then we are underselling ourselves. And if we have to invest into technology, if we have to invest into manpower, talent and things like that, then we need funding, and money can only be generated in the market or in the industry. We cannot be borrowing from outside, from banks and running businesses. And these are some of the things that we have to be conscious of, that if we are not making money, we will get into a bigger rut than what we are in. And without profits, there is no tomorrow. And we cannot live in today. So these two challenges are there, which are critical for us. So one other problem that I see is that we are not positioning ourselves as an industry which is essential for the real estate. Today, if all the elevator companies stop manufacturing, we cannot have buildings more than 2 floors. So we are a very important part of the real estate industry, and we should be able to project ourselves like that, which we are not doing at the moment. We are shy of participating or trying to project ourselves as a significant player in this real estate business. We need to have our chunk of the pie, which we are not claiming. And in that sense, it's for the leaders of the industry, the big players and the medium players, to position themselves and push this. Like we always say that every commodity prices are going up, but elevator prices are coming down. So that itself is an unacceptable position. So let's see how we take it forward from here. Yes, the market in elevator, like I said, is growing, and the change is that from low and medium rise, it has become high rise market and high speed elevators. So all these need a very different kind of a mindset. First of all, we have been trying to focus on as an industry, we have been focusing only on reduction of prices. Now we are looking at, with high speed elevators coming, price is not the constraint, and at those kind of prices we cannot work. But prices have to be commensurate, technology has to be the best possible, and trying to cut corners is not going to help us, because this kind of elevators are by themselves quite complicated and needs good amount of technology and knowledge about these elevator types. So overall, the market is shifting towards better quality, better technology, and better equipments. And so this shift has to be also come from the component manufacturers or the elevator companies, because if we don't stand up now and we go the way we are going with the low rise and the medium rise, it will bomb with the high rises, because you are talking about flexing, the buildings flexing, or the pump effect and all that, which most of the companies do not know about. And so this is something that we have to imbibe and build it into the products that we make. Yes, the elevator has become an essential product. It was a luxury once, but now it is not. Because over more than 3 floors, without elevator, the building is useless. And it is not viable to have a building without elevators beyond 3 floors. And so in that sense, and also the B class and the C class cities are coming up in big way. If you look at cities like Indore becoming the most cleanest city in India, which I'm sure, which is a surprise by itself, but it is true that it is improved a lot. Like that, there are the other cities which are also doing the same, and there is an urge to excel. Whereas in the elevator industry, we are still thinking about low cost and low technology products, which has to change. So I see a lot of changes happening. It's not that every elevator industry is going backwards, but there are a lot of industries which are looking forward, and so these things will improve as it goes along, but the pace at which it is to improve has to be quite large. The exhibition as such, the expectations that we have from this is to showcase the products and also showcase the companies which are participating. There are a lot of effort which has gone inside, and what we see is a culmination of all these efforts. And what we expect is that more and more people come to see it, and it's a journey towards excellence, a journey towards making this industry a glamour event, and making sure that things happen the way it is supposed to happen. And also on matters of safety, which it is showcasing and it should showcase, being one of the most important things, and because the number of fatalities are increasing every year. So those kind of realizations must come, other than just price and cost and meeting people. I think it is good. In my opinion, it is good, and I would say that this is a place where this is a chance for the companies to showcase their products and their efforts. Products, maybe everybody has good products, I'm sure, but the effort taken behind and showcase the people who have taken these kind of efforts. So awards are good in this sense, and it creates energy, and that's very important to have some kind of positive energy. And awards are necessary in this. We don't have it at all, and so this is the first time, and it's good to have this. Yes, in this, not only bringing the industry together, it is also spreading the message in out of this industry, which is also required. It's not only the industry which is going to use the elevator. The other people are. The elevators are meant for the other all the other people in this who are going to be the users. So in that sense, it is a good effort in the sense, this is a marketing sort of initiative, which it is, and it is supposed to be, and it is like that. And in that sense, it is a good thing to have. And we should do this more often, different kinds, not only a run, maybe whatever we can. There are other industries who do many other things, competitions, or some among the children. Such efforts must be taken. It is not it is a small step, I know, but it should catch up. So it's good to have it. India should have a national policy, that's 100%, and it must be enforced. Having the policy is one thing, but enforcing it is another one. And we should not shy away from this, in the sense, we are the ones who will get affected if something goes wrong, but then nothing should go wrong. And if we are afraid of it, then we are going to open up doors for more and more problems. So high time that we reach the position where we have a national lift policy, and it has to be implemented in a very, the correct way it is supposed to be implemented. So implementation is the key. The documents, I'm sure, are available. And there are committees working on this, and every state should be a national policy, like it is in the name, and it just cannot be state policies. So this is good to have. Yes, safety in the sense, we are having fatalities. We should not have any fatalities. It is not, I don't believe that 1%, 99% safety is good. That 1% is what is to be eliminated. 100% or nothing. So that's how it is. And we cannot have product failures and compromises. And all this come up from our margins being lower, or we are cutting corners to meet up to unimaginable or or inappropriate values. So these things, safety is the most important. If you go into something like any program you take in the factory, like TPM or 5S programs, the first thing to be taken care of is safety. Without safety, there is nothing else. And we don't want to be part of a broken elevator. We don't want our products to be seen as hazardous. And such things are the main focus that by this time we should be out of that. But we are not. We are still talking about safety, which is the basic. If safety is not there, quality or cost or price or advertisements or any other thing doesn't have any value. If we are going to kill people, then it is the most dangerous thing to happen. So if we should get over this safety concern that we have, and all of us know why it is happening, and all of us know what should be done. And it is for the industry to react and to do things. And towards that, these kind of exhibitions, education among school children, people who are using the elevators, such things can also be done. But those are all limited, because if you look at a person who is using the elevator, he just touches 2 buttons and nothing else is in his control. So it is completely on our doorsteps, the elevator manufacturers and the component manufacturers and people in this industry. It is on our footsteps that safety is falling, and so we have to take care of this. And there is no second chance. See, Fermatter in India we have been in India for the last 20 years, even before we started having a factory. Now we have one factory in Chennai and another one in Ahmedabad. In future, we expect that in about we will grow with both these factories having about combined capacity of about 480,000 doors per year. And maybe in 4 or 5 years, we will need one more factory, and that's how the growth is going to happen. And so, as a strategy, we are not after the volume numbers. We are not after the volume game, but we have to give the best doors possible. And for different market segments, we have different kinds of different kinds of doors. And these things are, as a strategy, we will strengthen the services part of it, and we try to keep everything as simple as possible. The mantra is to be stupid and simple, and we don't want to be seen as a company which will cut corners or as it is to be seen that Fermatter will do things which are right and always right. We will not do things which we believe that are not good for the industry or good for the passengers or the lift users. So we want to be ethical in whatever we do, and we have been doing this for the last 15 years in India, and we have found that is successful, and we live by it, and we will do the same. But of course, strategies can change. We will change as it goes along. The only thing that constant is change. So once we get to the point where we know that we need to change, we will change. But never go back on safety and on reliability.